Welcome to another edition of Rivals. I'm Scott Mitchell. He's Jason Buck. Rivals has arrived. Now it's time to go to the Oakland Raiders. And the Raiders are actually having problems. No one wants them. Well, at least Oakland doesn't want them. Las Vegas wants them. And I think people in Utah actually would love to have the Raiders come here. Apparently, the city of Oakland is like trying to exact a pound of flesh before the Raiders leave. And they want some money out of this. So they're taking the Raiders to court, and they're saying, hey, this is all wrong, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Next year, your last year here, we're not going to let you play here. You got to go find somewhere else to play.
Dude, this is a great opportunity. I say you and I get involved, and let's go negotiate this thing. Let's bring them to Salt Lake City, because I think you can pull out a sweetheart deal. And Salt Lake City needs to kind of put themselves in a position for future expansion of the NFL. And you prove that you can fill up some stands and take good care of them and have them here.
Do you think people will show up for one season?
Oh, absolutely.
Where are you going to play? BYU?
Oh, no. Put them at
Rice Eccles Stadium.
Rice Eccles Stadium.
You think
it's
they'll
an
sell
artificial turf. You don't wear it out. They can play. I think they'd absolutely sell it out because you'll have people come from Wyoming, Boise, all of Utah. People come up from Vegas. They'll come. They'll fill that.
I think people fly from Oakland.
I think they'll fly from Oakland. Absolutely, they will sell out that stadium.
Here's
100%.
Here's some of the actual places.
I could go crazy for it.
Some of the actual places. I agree with you. Some of the actual places that are considered just short gap stops for next year. Santa Clara, where the 49ers play, sharing that stadium.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles sucks.
Arizona. Possibly like even San Antonio.
Okay,
so Santa Clara.
Santa Clara a little better than LA. You and I are experienced and are playing in LA when we were in the NFL. We always knew, and Arizona was not a great crowd either back in the day. We'd have more Redskin fans at the Arizona Cardinal game than they did. So, and the LA crowd was always like stands half full, not allowed crazy crowd.
They already have two teams there now.
They already have two teams there now.
They're doing very
LA's
well.
out. I think San Francisco, Santa Clara, maybe. But a much better situation, and San Antonio's too far. I think Salt Lake is the absolute perfect spot for them for a temporary landing spot for 1 year. I think it's a perfect deal. Let's do a sweetheart deal and get them here.
Here's why.
Great for the city.
One of the reasons I think is that you're not going to get any more fans if you stay in Santa Clara.
No.
Right?
No.
Oakland Raiders fans are Oakland Raiders fans. They're going to be those fans. If you go to LA, no. They don't care.
Got two teams.
They don't care. But if you come to Utah, you have a whole new
100%.
base of people to draw on, because people in Utah actually really like the NFL, and they're not particular to a team. So it's not like if you came here, everyone is Denver Bronco fans.
Yeah.
It's not the case. And there's a lot of people, and there's actually a lot of people who've moved to Utah from other places, and to have a 1 year, it's almost like this 1 year running commercial, this promotional opportunity to have the Raiders here, and I guarantee you it will sell out. And then when they leave
to Vegas,
you have this brand new base of people
that's sitting right next door to Vegas that supports the team. It's the perfect situation.
All you have to look at is the 2002 Winter Olympics, and the state of Utah represented in as good a fashion as any Olympics that's ever happened.
Yeah.
You go watch the Utah Jazz, a small market team that has tremendous, passionate fans that show up.
Yeah.
People here will show up for professional football. I understand Sunday, and I also understand sports fans, and they will show up. I guarantee you they will show up. Think about having Patrick Mahomes come here for a game, having the Denver Broncos play the Oakland Raiders in Salt Lake.
Monday Night Football in Salt Lake.
What a crazy riot that would be. Or the LA Chargers. And I mean, there's some just tremendous teams that would come here for one season. And like, we joke about it and we say all these crazy things. And I'm telling you, it would be the smartest thing the NFL could do.
Great business decision.
Not only that, they'd get a flavor for some of these smaller markets, and maybe they would have some consideration. Because you look at the success of Green Bay. Green Bay's not a big market city, and of course it's one of the original founding teams in the NFL, or well, close to anyways. But there is this place for small market in professional football.
We're number 32 in media market size in the United States. So we're right on the border as far as media market size, for the NFL. They have 32 teams, right? We draw all the way from Montana, I bet.
You'd have Idaho,
Montana, Wyoming.
You'd probably have you'd have a lot of people.
And then that corridor is naturally supportive of Las Vegas, right? And when the team eventually lands in Vegas, you've already, kind of, got that one step there. Salt Lake is the perfect spot for it. Worked out a sweetheart deal. It's financially
Here's
good
the only
for everybody.
drawback, though. The only drawback is John Gruden. Okay, he's the only drawback, and you know why?
Why?
He got rid of Khalil Mack, and he got rid of Amari Cooper,
Yeah.
and guess who he got? Nate Peterman.
Yeah.
Do you know who Nate Peterman is?
No.
You have no idea,
No.
right?
No.
He couldn't. He apparently was the starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, and now he's on the Raiders practice squad. It's like you could get anybody that's better. I'm sorry to Nate Peterman's family, but you're not an NFL quarterback, and you're certainly not Khalil Mack, and you're certainly not Amari Cooper.
Not Khalil Mack.
And what are you thinking, John Gruden? I mean, come on. It's like,
he's trying to establish his, foothold, his personality.
He's trying to establish his idiocy is what he's trying to establish.
You wonder on
Moron.
the Khalil Mack.
Terrible. All right. This edition of Rivals is over. We're going to go back to our corners.
We're off. I'm not Scott Mitchell.
And I'm not Jason Buck, but somehow we are related. I have no idea why. All right. You can text us. You can like us, and you can dial us in on your phone there, because you all have one and you live on it. And until then, we'll catch you soon.